They'll be calling you a radical. I'm so glad I put this shirt on today. No rest for the weary, so it's not all bad news. This is major breaking news. I can't tell you how thrilled I am. So many people have worked so hard. This bill, California's done it. They signed in by 2045, 100% wind and solar, and they didn't play. The nuclear industry tried to sneak in this bill. This is important. The scumbags tried to fucking backdoor the bill, and the activists went crazy. Fucking you know, and fought. Now, remember, this bill initiated in San Diego. Chula Vista was the first in the country. I can't say how proud I am of everybody in San Diego. Rachel, who was in Fukushima, Japan, was paramount on all this. It's such a major, major win for the environmentalist community. Fuck the nuclear cartel, these dirtbag scumbags at the University of Nuclearism here. I can't tell you how thrilled. I don't know how finished those fuckers are. We need to finish the job and put them in jail for stealing fucking all the money and poisoning the fucking planet in San Onofre. You know, the generator, oh, Utah issue, the generator's parked right here, illegally, illegal as hell. Then when they want to tear down San Onofre, they want to put it here. And, you know, the canister drop fucking thing, the NRC. So the NRC comes out today. Now, this is important. Oh, we're going to start freaking monitoring the canister. What do you mean start? You're supposed to have been monitoring them the whole fucking time. That was our group that got that whistleblower. I can't tell you how thrilled I am. It's so fucking exciting. You know, the nuclear cartel, they're fucking done. They don't even know they're done, but we want them locked up. We want these criminal, derelict, thieving. And in New York, why don't you wake the fuck up? You bail them out. In New Jersey, wake the fuck. In Illinois. And now remember, this is key. This is paramount. Now hear me on this in California and around the country. Because Kamala Harris is going to be the contrast to Cory Booker, to Lisa Murkowski, to both Crapo and Risch in Idaho, all of them. Every single person has formed their super PACs right now. This is when it happens, to form the presidential freaking run in 2018. They all signed in, the lobbyists who were in California. We told them to fuck off. We fought with them toe-to-toe, face-to-face. I fight with them here. I'm on my own, by the way, here. And in Idaho, it's me. It's me against them. This is important. They signed a bill that the lobbyists, the same lobbyists that were in California fighting, tried to get nuclear in. This is their last stand. They put the bill, the lobbyists, to force the United States military, you the taxpayer, the United States, and you need to wake up, you the United States taxpayer is the United States military, to force them to buy nuclear energy from privately owned nuclear reactors. They are privately owned. They are not public utilities. CalEd, I'm one of the guys who dug in years ago and proved that Apple, Google, all these fucking Bill Gates, these scumbags own these reactors. You think they're public and they're not. CalEd and the whole PG&E criminal derelicts of San Onofre and Diablo are just that. They're incredible criminals. Kamala Harris raided the Harris. So, I'm telling you, people think I'm crazy on this. Cory Booker, Lisa Murkowski, that's who's going to run for president. They fucked themselves so hard. They cooked their goose when they signed. I didn't see Kamala Harris's name on it. And when you say it can't be done, whatever, California's producing 175% more solar a day than they can use. Why is it not coming across the grid? Because states like Nevada, this is what kills me. Why is not Elon Musk pulled the plug on that plant in Nevada? And here in Utah, I mean, the sun shines all, I mean, we got a drought from, the sun always shines here. By the way, I'll be doing a rain dance the next couple days on the Great Salt Lake, and I'm good at it. I mean, it's that desperate, you know, so, and I was taught by the Navajo. My mom was a teacher at the Intermountain Indian School. And, you know, the Navajo, they were all Navajo. I could write a book that the ignorance that is a bliss here is beyond, the ignorant have inherited the word, but this is big, big news. It's a big story. It's very exciting. I can't tell you how thrilled I am. You know, when we got San Onofre shut down in 2013, I was so critical condition. I was working on it my whole life. I wish all the great activists that taught me down there and here would have been alive to see it. You know, Donna's gone. She used to call me the last San Diegan. She says, "Oh my God, you're old school. You go like that." I says, "Yeah." You know, I'm old enough to remember when we fought like fucking, I mean, toe-to-toe, be radical as hell, and we kicked their ass. You know, the great activists of the 70s and into the early 80s and the 60s, when we used to fucking win. This is a big fucking win. Big fucking win. Now, too late? Fukushima? Well, I don't know. I don't know. If I thought that it was hopeless and that Mother Earth didn't last and fight, I don't buy into Guy McPherson's. I kicked him off my side. I kicked Arnie Gunder's show. I kicked Eldon Caldera. All of them I kicked off the fucking curb, off my site. If I didn't believe she could fight back and there was hope for my grandchildren, then why the fuck would I do this? Why the fuck? You know, just like me, I was given 2 months to live. OS de novo, multiple myeloma. No, I mean, this is important because I don't talk enough about this. And my fight, my intensity. When you're perfectly good health, strong as an ox, you know, had a couple really cute girlfriends, freak my life, whatever, and I'm in the prime of my life. I get a stomach ache. You're in a hospital and you go from that just to a few hours later and a doctor looks you right in the eyes. Good doctor that you trust. He's looked and reviewed everything. Says you're full of cancer. You got multiple myeloma tumors all over in you. And I think you'll probably be dead within 2 months. And another doctor walks in. If I ever see that fucker, I'll punch him in the face. He says to me, he says, yeah, my wife got stage 4 breast cancer and she just cried every night until she finally accepted. Told me I'd be dead in 2 months. Go through that one. Japanese doctor, the next morning, very kind of thing. Sent me home with hospice to die. Run that one through your fucking brain. You know, and if you don't know, I'm very passionate about life. I'm very passionate about California. I'm very passionate. I'll cry. I'm very passionate about San Diego. I mean, before I got cancer and after. I mean, the Pacific Ocean healed me. That's how I'm alive. Remember when I was so full of cancer, fat and sudden not free, the doctors paid for my truth, Jan Miss Monkey the Clown? I went there with a central line in my chakra. I was so fucking sick and it was so spiritual. Early 2013. And we had 1,200 people in the house. Fuck, we had everybody coming up and hugging me, taking pictures of me. I mean, walked the whole coast of California, fucking sleeping in a sleeping bag. You know, I would sit there on the bench, shriveled up to nothing, just shaking, fucking down there at my spot at PB. You know, clinging to life. I would walk right down fucking by the old elementary school, PB Elementary. I'd walk fucking down Reed Avenue, Allison Avenue, sit there on the beach and meditate, go through my whole process, you know, drink some juice. I was fucking down to nothing. I was down to 119. I used to say I'm at jockey weight. I go out to Del Mar and ride, and I weigh 175 pounds. If you've never seen pictures from me before, I was head to toe with fucking muscle, and I mean ripped. You know, the Central Coast means a lot to me. Of course, here means a lot to me, and I'm heartbroken. I don't think people can understand that the survival rate of that is pretty well zero. OS de novo, multiple myeloma. At my age, ain't no surviving it. Vincent Hansen stepped in. He says, Kevin, I've known you since you're a little boy. Don't you dare. I'm so glad you didn't have that surgery. I told them to fuck off. They wanted to gut me. He says, your uncle was my business partner. Gee, he says, you know, he got all teary-eyed. TikTok, Diablo Canyon Clock, Oyster Creek, Indian Point, Savannah River. He looked at me and he says, Kevin, you know my brother and my father both died. We were down winters in Utah. I had cancer when I was a little boy. He got all emotional, teary-eyed. He says, I've known you since you was a kid. I've always watched your life. I mean, you go in there in that hospital and prove them wrong. I says, I'm going to the Mayo Clinic. I had money. No, you're not. You going to the LDS? Yeah. I says, I ain't going to that shithole. He says, it's under construction. I said, it's been under construction since I was a kid. I'm not going to that. He says, you don't know. There's a guy named Fimbo Peters from Denmark. I've already talked to him. He's going to take you. You know, and I did it without a bone marrow transplant. Got sent home, walked the coast of California dying. It's been incredibly emotional. It's been incredible taxing. It's been, I mean, wow, I've lived 100 lives in the last 7 years. Wow, what a fucking fight. Went in there, got sucked up. A whole group of us, Paul, Carla, Judy, Tracy, I won't stop there. All watched them pass. All watched Marshall Jensen, the famous case, in the room next to me, his little boy. I go to the light the night now, and Carla's children are getting older. And they used to call us Kevin and Carla, Kevin and Carla. She had the same thing as me, 35-year-old de novo, multiple myeloma. Children. You ought to see him come up and just hug me and cry. Marshall has a little boy now that's 8. The attacks I've been under and everything, I'm strong. And I've been able to go through this, but this is such historic work. This in California is so historic. I don't think people wrap their mind around how historic it is. But as time tells, it's going to turn and people are going to look back at this historic, incredible fight. You know, and I can't tell you how happy I am that hardcore activists that fought so long in California, the old Utah activists that fought against the nuclear energy cartel, they're all gone for the most part and dead. What a grassroots freaking epic. It truly is David over Goliath. This signing today is, nobody would have believed this in 2012. Sending off their arrogance, and no one would ever it's 1,000,000 to 1 shot. They would have gave you 1,000,000 to 1 shot. It's going to happen too. It's not just one of those fairy tales signed in. It's really, they'll exceed it before 2045. They already have. They're so far ahead. Can't tell you. Wow. What a journey, huh? Fight goes on. Stay tuned.